Coach Bobby Washington, number 20, Lance Tyler, and number 2, Don Paul. Coach, just over with a brief introduction and just a couple of comments and then all.
Well, we stuck together. That's been our motto all year. Early on in the season, if anybody knows our story, first half of the season, we lost a couple close ones early, and we were all over the place. Our confidence kind of waned, but through that whole stretch, we just preached about family and sticking together. And in the second half of our conference, we rolled off about 3 or 4 straight. We only lost 2 games in the second half of our conference. And the total of those 2 games was, I believe it was 6 points? Yeah, it was just 6 points, 5 points, 5 points. 3 in overtime at Valley, and then on the last second shot at home to Texas Southern. So we knew what we could do. Tonight we just had a couple of scouting report errors in the first half of, helping down on certain guys we were not supposed to help down on, and not staying on the Crosby kid like he's a great player. Not staying out on him like we were supposed to. And we were able to eliminate those in the second half, but then when we came back out in the second half, we didn't have the energy and intensity that we preach as well. So once again, we had to just regroup ourselves, and we told them possession by possession. This time of the year, it's possession by possession, especially in the second half. First half, you can kind of be free and lose. But in the second half, each possession counts. So we were able to do that. Now we move on, and we play Jackson, which is going to be another tough game for us. So we're ready to step up for the challenge.
Coach, how were you able to gain your momentum back in the second half and come back, especially with those ball shots that kicked the victory?
Well, we were just able to once again stick together. We used our energy amongst each other, and these 2 guys right here beside me, they've been our leaders this whole year. I always said he's always been consistent, but I always said it's been this guy over here to my left. We said once he gets going, he's the spark that we need. And in that second half of our conference run, he's definitely got going. And, both of these guys looked at me in my eyes. First of all, number 23 took him to the hole a couple times. And during that stretch, I looked at him in the eyes and I said, hey, it's about you now. And he looked at me in my eyes and he said, Coach, I got you. And as soon as that kid took it, he stripped him and he went and knocked down 2 free throws. And then this guy right here, the trend's been, you up 3 with about 5 seconds left. You know me, I'm a coach, I'm talking about foul them so we can go down. They can either, I don't know if they had a 1, I think they might have had a 1-and-1, but we get the rebound. Even if he hits 2, we throw it in, we come back down and hit our free throws. This guy said, nah, Coach, we're going to win this thing straight up. We're going to sit down and guard. So I said, hey, players make coaches. I'm not stupid, and sometimes you got to listen to your players as a coach, and that's what I did.
Bobby, talk about facing Jackson State again last year, how you beat him, how you plan to beat him again?
Well, a different team that we have and a different team that Jackson has, they're going to come ready to play, without a doubt. We were fortunate to go into Jackson and beat them, I believe, by 1 or 2 points, which anybody knows that's hard to do. But we're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to get these guys off their feet. My staff and I are going to go break down some film and come up with a game plan, hopefully, to definitely compete very, very strong with Jackson tomorrow. And we'll see. It's going to be another exciting game that we're looking forward to.
Jackson, just like Valley, a lot of long, lengthy guys. You're smaller. How do you beat these teams with kind of a smaller team? What do you guys' strategy there?
Well, that's a secret. That's a secret. We definitely have to keep that to ourselves. But one thing I can tell you, you have to always continually just to play hard. If you give it all you got out there, then you can't ever look back and say, I didn't give it all I had. And if we just continue to play hard, play smart, I believe you can be in any game.
Down 9, laid there. What do you tell them? How did you guys get down and came on back?
Well, possession by possession, we had to stay with each other. We had to stay mentally tough. I kept talking about staying mentally tough, staying mentally focused. Continue to stay ready because our time was going to come. And Justin Patton, he really stepped up and he hit a lot of big shots for us. These 2 guys remain steadfast. And like I said, with our 3 seniors, I told them, we're going to go as far as you guys take us. And I think that coming out in that second half, we didn't have that energy. You could look at their eye. We was not running the floor like we needed to run the floor. We were not getting the fast breaks. We act like we didn't know how to play against a zone. And, you know, we go against the zone every day in practice. We break everything down. And, you know, once we decided that we were going to be in attack mode, we call it beast mode. Once we decided that we were going to do that, then things started turning around for us. Valley was able to, you know, they were fouling us. We got in the bonus. We got to work on those free throws. But we came and we hit some clutch free throws. I think Donald hit like 4 in a row. We know Lance came down and he stuck 2 big crucial ones to put us up by 3. So, you know, all in all, we were very proud.
You call it beast mode?
Call it beast mode, baby.
Coach, when you talk about a player like Donnie Walls, early in the SWAC season, we were really on the radar, and with Donnie Walls in the past, what convinced you and let you know that he was ready to be the Donnie Walls of old?
Well, that's Donnie Qualls. It really is. I mean, we started off the season so slow. I mean, I think they'll definitely tell you, you know, Lance wasn't Lance, DQ wasn't DQ, and with a team like ours, you know, it's tough for us to be built right now, as in the Texas Southern, to go out in those guaranteed games. It's tough because, you know, we don't have that 6'5" 2 guy. We got a 5'9" sharpshooter that can shoot the heck out of it. I put up against anybody. You know, we got a 6'4" guy who can go in and out. Had some misfortune at some other places, so he decided that he was going to come to Grambling. We put our arms around him, and he knows he's got something to prove. And, you know, we sat down and we just talked to those guys. And we just said, we got to keep pushing. It's going to turn around for us. You know, it's about faith, man. It just is. I mean, that's the bottom line. I don't want to get up here and preach. But you do anything you do, you got to have that faith. And if you have that faith, you can do a lot of things.
Question for Donnie Qualls. Donnie, in the closing minutes, you rallied the team together at midcourt. What did you tell them? It seemed like you were very emotional out there when you were talking to those other 4 players. What did you tell them?
I just told them that, you know, it's not over. We know how to play. I just kept telling them, you know, one stop. Once we get one stop, you know, everything will be okay. Defense is going to turn into offense. You know, fortunately, we got stops. And we hit free throws down the stretch, and, you know, we end up winning the game.
Donnie, we talked about playing another big team in Jackson State. How you got it first?
Same way. Coaches, they all do a good job in preparing scouting reports and practice, going over what they like to do offensive and defensive wise, and just going out there on the court, executing, playing hard like we did today, and hopefully get the same results.
How'd you guys do last year? What did you do in that game?
Just energy, man. It's just all about energy, you know. Once March comes, you know, anything can happen. It's a team thing. Just going out there, like I say, preparing every day in practice, scout reports, and just executing on the court and just taking it possession by possession. And it's going to happen on defense. You know, like I say, we're not the type of team that's going to score like 80, 90 points a game. So we rely on our defense a lot. So we know that if we play good D, get stops, you know, that we'll be able to stay in the game. And that's what we did last year, you know, and hopefully, you know, we do the same this year.
Any other questions? All right, thanks, Doc.
Thank you.